This isn't about copying stepovers. It's not about watching highlights. It's not about looking like him. It's about becoming him on the pitch. Because 2008 Ronaldo wasn't just fast, wasn't just skilled. He was driven by fire, a mix of obsession, anger, and confidence that made defenders look slow, even when they weren't. And the truth most players miss? You don't need his genetics. You don't need his fame. You just need his blueprint. And today, I'm giving it to you. A step-by-step guide on how to play exactly like him. The secret no one talks about. Most players think improvement comes from repetition. Drill the move, run the sprint, kick the ball 100 times. And yes, practice matters, but there's a deeper, faster way to learn. One that doesn't require a ball, a pitch, or even your cleats. It's called mirror learning, and it's the reason young Yamal moves like Neymar, why young Messi played like Maradona, why the next generation always looks like the last legend. Because your brain doesn't just learn from doing, it learns from watching, especially when you admire what you see. When you study one player over and over, your brain starts to mirror their movement patterns like a silent download. You begin to move the same way, cut the same way, react the same way. Not because you're copying, because your nervous system has absorbed it. This isn't theory, it's neuroscience. Your brain has something called mirror neurons, specialized cells that fire not only when you perform an action, but when you watch someone else do it. So when you see Ronaldo fake a defender and explode past him, even if you're just sitting on the couch, your brain lights up as if you did it yourself. The more you watch, the stronger those neural pathways become. And one day, without thinking, you make that same move in a game and you don't know where it came from. It just felt right. That's mirror learning. And it's the most underrated training tool in football. But here's the problem. Most players don't use it right. They watch highlights, compilations, skill videos, and what do they learn? Only the outcome, the goal, the nutmeg, the step over, but they miss everything that came before it. They don't see how Ronaldo positions his body before the move, how he waits just a half second to let the defender commit, how he scans before the ball even comes to him, how he moves off the ball, dragging defenders out of position. That's the real game, and that's what wins matches. So if you want to play like 2008 Ronaldo, you don't watch 60-second highlight reels. You watch full 90-minute matches. Pick one. Manchester United versus Arsenal, Liverpool, City, it doesn't matter. Just find a game where he's playing and watch it like a detective. First time, just watch him. Where does he go when he doesn't have the ball? How does he receive under pressure? When does he accelerate? When does he slow down? Second time, watch his feet, his touches, his weight shifts. The way he uses the outside of his foot to shield, then explodes with the inside. Third time, watch his eyes. When does he look up? When does he decide? How much information does he gather before the ball arrives? This isn't entertainment. This is training. And the best part? You can do it every day, even when you're injured, tired, or stuck indoors. Use Footballia.net, a free archive of full matches. Search Cristiano Ronaldo, and you can see all his matches and goals. If it's blocked in your country, use a VPN. No excuses, because every minute you spend studying him, you're wiring your brain to move like him. You're not just learning football, you're becoming him. One frame at a time. Most players train like they're chasing a shadow. They see Cristiano Ronaldo today, ripped, disciplined, lifting weights, doing ice baths, and they think, if I do what he does now, I'll become like him. That's like trying to build a skyscraper by starting with the penthouse. You're skipping the foundation. Because the Ronaldo you see today, the statue, the brand, the legend, was built on something raw, something wild, something that didn't come from a gym or a diet plan. It came from struggle, from freedom, from playing football like his life depended on it. And if you want to play like 2008 Ronaldo, the explosive, fearless, unstoppable winger, you don't study what he does now. You study what he did before he was famous. This is called reverse engineering, and it's the only way to truly replicate greatness. Think of it like this. Would you rather learn how a millionaire went from $0 to $1 million? Or how he's trying to go from $10 million to $100 million? The first teaches you how to build. The second teaches you how to maintain. You need the build. Because 2008 Ronaldo wasn't maintained, he was forged. So what did young Cristiano do? He grew up in Madeira, Portugal, in a poor family. No elite academy, no personal trainer, no recovery pods or cryotherapy. Just a kid with a ball and a dream. And his training ground? The streets, futsal courts, back alleys, places where the game wasn't coached, it was survived. He played futsal, small court, tight spaces, no room to breathe. One mistake and the other team has the ball. No time to think, no space to hide. And in that pressure cooker, his close control was born, his quick turns, his lightning footwork. Every touch had to be perfect, or he'd lose it. Ronaldo himself said, "If it wasn't for futsal, I wouldn't be the player I am today. I felt free, I could express myself." That's not just nostalgia, that's proof. Futsal didn't just improve his skills, it built his instincts, his timing, his courage to take on defenders in tiny spaces. And then there was street football. No coaches, no rules, no substitutions. You played against kids your age and 20-year-old men who didn't care if you were small or scared. They'd knock you down. You got back up. Again and again. That's where his mental toughness was forged, where he learned to play angry, to fight for every ball, to respond, not retreat when challenged. He wasn't trained to be perfect, he was trained to survive. And in that chaos, genius emerges. Now, compare that to how most players train today. Drills with cones, pre-planned moves, coaches shouting instructions, no contact, no pressure, no consequences. You're not training football, you're training obedience. And obedience doesn't win games. Instinct does. Improvisation does. Fearlessness does. So if you want to follow Ronaldo's blueprint, you don't start with weights. You start with freedom. You find pickup games. You join a futsal league. You play 3v3 in a small court. You get knocked down. You get embarrassed. You keep playing. Because greatness isn't built in comfort. It's built in chaos. And the more you expose yourself to unstructured, high-pressure football, the more you develop the same instincts that made Ronaldo unstoppable in 2008. Don't wait for the perfect training session. Don't wait for a coach to tell you what to do. Go out, play, fight, learn. Because the real Ronaldo didn't rise because of a routine. He rose because he lived football every single day. And if you want his game, you have to live it too. Train like he did 2008. Ronaldo wasn't just fast. He was explosive. 0 to top speed in 3 steps. Defenders couldn't react. And here's the truth. His speed wasn't just physical. It was emotional. He had a fire inside, anger, frustration, the need to prove people wrong. Every time someone doubted him, he ran faster. You can't copy that fire, but you can use your own. Start with short sprints, not 100 meters, not long jogs, explosive bursts, 5 to 10 meters. From a standing start, focus on the first 3 steps. That's where real acceleration happens. And here's the key. Use your emotions. When you're frustrated in training, don't shut down, explode. Channel that anger into your next sprint. Let your fire fuel your feet. Because Ronaldo didn't run fast because he felt good, he ran fast because he was mad, and that made him unstoppable. Dribbling with a target. Ronaldo didn't dribble to show off, he dribbled to attack. When a defender stepped up, he didn't hesitate. He saw it as a challenge, and he charged. His dribbling wasn't just skill, it was mental warfare. To train like him, use shadow dribbling, the football version of shadow boxing. Step 1, static, stand in place, do slow step overs, perfect to move. Step 2, movement add walking, then jogging, then sprinting with the ball. Step 3, imagination, add an imaginary defender, see them, feel their pressure, react like they're real. This trains your brain to process moves before the defender even moves. And when you do it with maximum intention, shoulder dip, eye fake, real aggression, you're not just practicing, you're becoming him. The alter ego, become someone else. At 22, Ronaldo played for the biggest club in the world, under insane pressure, media scrutiny, expectations. Yet he played like a king. How? He didn't rely on confidence, he used an alter ego. Every time he stepped on the pitch, he wasn't just Cristiano, he became something else. You've seen his power stance before free kicks, feet apart, hands on hips, eyes locked. That wasn't just routine, that was activation. He was switching into his battle mode. Kobe had the Black Mamba. Zlatan calls himself I am Zlatan. Ronaldo became CR7. Not a name, but a brand of dominance. You can do this too. Build your alter ego in 5 steps. Purpose. Why do you need it? To stay calm? To attack? To dominate? Qualities. Is he fearless, cold, aggressive, unstoppable? Image. A warrior, a predator, a machine? See him clearly. Name. Give him a name. It could be a version of your own or something new. Activation. Move a stance, a breath, a look. Something that switches you on. Once you have it, use it before every game, every training session. And when you step on the pitch, let your alter ego take over. Because you don't need to be confident, you just need to become someone who is. Shooting with fire. Ronaldo's shots weren't just powerful, they were angry. When he missed, he didn't shrink, he hit the next one harder. To shoot like him, plant your foot beside the ball, toes pointing at the target, lean slightly forward, strike with your laces, not your toes. Follow through, let your leg drive through the ball. But the real power, it comes from emotion. Next time you miss a shot, don't sigh, swing harder, use that frustration. Let it focus you. Because Ronaldo didn't score with his foot, he scored with his mind. Fearless, not perfect. What made 2008 Ronaldo unstoppable? It wasn't skill, it wasn't speed, it was fearlessness. He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He took the shot from outside the box. He took on 3 defenders. He demanded the ball in big moments. And when he failed, he came back angrier. You won't become him by playing safe. You become him by being bold. So next time you see a gap, go. Next time you get knocked down, get up faster. Next time someone doubts you, prove them wrong. Playing like 2008 Ronaldo isn't about copying moves. It's about embodying his mindset, the fire, the obsession, the refusal to lose. So stop training like everyone else. Start watching, start feeling, start becoming. Because the world doesn't need another Ronaldo. It needs you. with his fire, his drive, his fearless will to win. Now go out there and play like it means everything, because it does. If you enjoy this content, like the video so more young footballers see it and become a better version of themselves.